one of the things that's going to be replaced is the air filter. I'm going to switch over from paper filters to this K&N filter. The K&N filter number is BM-1113. So that's the filter that's indicated for the RS. So that's going to be installed on this bike. I've had K&N filters for a long time, used them in my cars, my truck, and have had no problems. In order to change the air filter on the R1200RS, you have to take off the tank covers, these things, as well as taking off this part, because the air filter lives in this area. So before I can do all of that, I've got to take off my tank bag ring and then start taking off all the plastic, all of this stuff. Okay, so I'm assuming that you know how to do that, so I'm going to just strip that down. So to take this tank sides off, you've got to undo this bolt, this screw, and these are clips here. This screw. All right. I believe there's a screw here, and you don't have to take this one off because there's just a clip here, right here. So the piece that you take off, the whole piece comes off. It's over there. That whole thing comes off in one piece. Okay? And the front part just slots in here. So when you reach here, you just pull up on this, and then you just start working with your fingers here and release these clips all the way back here and then work it out. Now once you get that done, you've got to take off these four, like here and here. Take that off and this should come out. Okay? So we'll do that now. And here we go. This is supposed to come off pretty easy. Do I have to take this off? I believe I do. I can't remember what I did last time. Okay, let's take that off. Let us show you where the air filter resides. Okay, I'm just looking at it from behind here. The air filter resides here. So replacing the air filter is it's a trivial job. It's just that it's a pain in the butt to get everything off. You know, you've got to take those side panels off, and so that's the hardest part. There we go. Uh-oh. I think we have a problem. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but that's a pretty big box. And that's the air filter. So this could be interesting. Good news. It's a big box, but it's a little filter. Stop, do not discard, washable, reusable filter, blah, 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 sticker. So, this is the old filter. So you just remember how you pull that out, although it is symmetrical. So you put it back the other way, it doesn't matter. Take that out, so this goes in like that. Okay, this is the old filter. Here's a plenum. And it looks pretty darn clean. Hopefully it'll continue looking clean after I put the K&N in there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just give this area here a little wipe, and then install the K&N. Okay? Okay, one thing I like to do before I install a K&N filter is to do this, because I don't want to run the risk of having any excess oil. This is a cotton filter. I don't want to run the risk of having any excess oil going down into the intake system. Mass airflow sensors and all that can get fouled up on cars. I'm sure this bike probably has a mass airflow sensor. But look at that. Straight out of the box. It's clean. There's no residual oil. So nothing to worry about. So just go ahead, stick this on here, stick this down in there, and put the cover back on. The 4 screws are there, so everything should line up. The old screwdriver out, tighten it down. Again, I like to do a diagonal tightening of the screws so that we don't run the risk of compressing the gasket unevenly. Now, once I was at an Audi dealership when I had my Audi, and I'm only mentioning the Audi because one of the guys there, sales guy, mentioned he saw the K&N sticker on it, and he says, "Oh, it's got a K&N sticker on it. You know, if you've got any kind of a failure of your mass airflow sensor or any other system that is upstream or downstream from your air filter, it could cause a warranty problem. They might want to cover it on the warranty." So I said, well, I'm going to take that chance because I've never had any issues at all with any of my K&N filters. And so he says, okay, I just wanted to let you know. And I says, oh, thank you very much. So it's up to you, but the thing is, when the guy is going to take off the this cover here, he's going to see it's a K&N filter underneath there anyway. The mechanic is not stupid. He knows what it is. Pretty much K&N filters look the same. They're all having this kind of a pinkish look. So he knows what it is. So it doesn't matter. So the way I look at it is, I've got the sticker, I'm going to put it on. And while I've got this cover off, this is some alcohol. While I've got this cover off, I'm going to wipe everything down just to keep it nice and clean, because I don't do this very often, so, or relatively often. So while I've got this off, I just do a quick wipe down. I don't like to keep the covers off too much because, you know, there's this seal is not compressed right now, so gas fumes, even though they're very minor right now, they're still coming out. It's not perfectly straight, but really I don't care. The other stickers I probably threw out. So now it's just a matter of putting this back, putting all the sides back on. Well, let's work on the middle panel. So the middle panel looks like this. It's got these 2 tabs that have to go underneath these 2, you know, pieces of trim here. So what you've got to do is kind of like put it in at an angle and slide it there, and then put this other piece at an angle and slide it underneath, and you should be okay, like that. Just that simple. And then you fit that back down, everything is back in place. 4 screws. And then after that, put your tank ring back on. And that'll come, and remember, I said I was going to tighten them in a diagonal pattern. So just to make sure that I compress that gasket nicely, nice and even, and put the side trim on, and we're done. That's how easy it is and quick it is to change your air filter. So this needn't be anymore. Like I said, the hardest part is taking the trim pieces off and not losing the screws, and more importantly, not losing those little plastic washers that I don't know serve what purpose, but they're always disappearing. Some of them have plastic washers, some of them don't have plastic washers anymore, and really I couldn't be bothered because none of my fairing pieces are showing any signs of wear or any, worse wear because of the lack of plastic washers. So plastic washers are just yet another pain in the butt. So anyway, I think that I'm going to sign this video off now. I think the rest of the video is just straightforward. But if you do have a tank ring, you've got to take off the tank ring, at least enough bolts to get the tank ring off. And then you might want to slacken off the remaining two, like I've got here, slacken them off. So when you put back on the tank ring, you tighten them all back down evenly, you put on the sides and you're done.